Hi and welcome to the Creative Treehouse. My name is Robin Broom and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I'm so glad you joined me in the treehouse today. Today I've got a fun fold card and it looks like this when it's all folded up. Fits into the envelope and then it opens like this. Isn't that cool? This particular fun fold is called the Flying Seagull Fun Fold because it kind of looks like a seagull, I guess, flying, and it was created by a fellow demonstrator named Susan Campfield. So that is where the fun fold comes from, and we are going to put this one together and see how I decorated it and everything. So let's get started. All of the measurements for the card will be on my blog, which is creativetreehouse.blog. So you don't have to write everything down. All right, so you need 2 pieces, and I used Pretty in Pink. So 2 pieces of Pretty in Pink, and they measure 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. And then you're going to score it on the long side. You're going to score it at 2 1/4, at 4, and at 6 1/4. And you'll do that for both pieces. So that is that. And then you'll also need a square piece of Pretty in Pink, and it measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then while we're on the squares, you'll need a mat of Misty Moonlight, and the mat of Misty Moonlight is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8, and I use soft sea foam, and it is 4 by 4, and then I used the Starstruck embossing folder, which I believe was a free folder that you could get during Celebration, but any folder would work, and I've already done that. So those are those pieces. And then you've got sort of panels, and now on the outside panels you'll need 2 pieces of the Misty Moonlight, and they measure 2 1/8 by 4 1/8. And you'll need 2 pieces of the DSP, which measure 2 by 4, so that's the outside panel. And then you'll need 2 pieces of Misty Moonlight, and that's 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. And then this is the same DSP, it's just the opposite side. And let me make sure that does not look like it's measured correctly. Let me see something. All right, so the DSP is supposed to be 1 1/2 by 4, and you need 2 of those for those panels. And then you need white for the inside that you can almost not see it, and that is where I plan to write my whatever I'm going to write. And the basic white measures 2 by, no, wait, let me get that right. Basic white, yes, 2 by 4. 2 by 4. Sounds like some wood, okay? And then you'll need, for the sentiment, I used a piece of the Pretty in Pink, and it's only 3/8 of an inch wide by 2 3/4 long. And the Misty Moonlight mat is 1/2 by 3 1/4. And then I used a die. It's not really a die, it's a cutout. It's part of the paper, part of that really cool designer series paper. And if I didn't already tell you, and I don't think I did, the designer series paper where the gingham and this comes from, this paper is called Wildflower Birthday DSP, and it was in the mini catalog. So currently still available as I am making this video. All right, so let me show you how we put it all together. All right, we're going to take this where we've scored, and going to, on the one that's 2 1/2 inches, 2 1/4, I'm sorry, 2 1/4, we're going to make that one into a mountain. Okay, so that's a mountain fold. The other 2 we're going to make into valleys. Okay, so the 4-inch score line, we'll make that into a valley, and the other one, the 6 1/4, is also going to be a valley. So you kind of have this odd shape. All right, I'm going to do the same thing here. The 2 1/4 is a mountain, and the 4 and the 6 1/4 are valleys, okay? But what we're going to need to do is we're going to actually flip it around so that it's mirrored. So you've got the 2 1/4 on either side like that. All right, and now what we'll do is we're going to put the pieces together. And I said that we have the outside. And the outside, I chose this piece. You have to be careful if you do have directional patterns, but this is not directional, so you just don't want to have part of it going one, flowers growing up and flowers growing down or whatever. So this goes on the outside panel on both ends. So we got that one, and then the other one. Okay. And then we'll move to the next, going towards the inside, and it's the same piece, but it's the smaller cut. And it's the gingham side. Let me move this over. And we'll get these on. And then, let's see. So I like to add lots of layers to mine. I just think it makes it stand out. And I like all the mats and things. But you can certainly do it without those as well. You could just simply put the designer series paper on. All right, next we have our white, where we're going to have an opportunity to write if we wanted to. And I'm going to butt that one up just a little tiny bit closer to this line so that it doesn't show right there. And you'll see why in just a minute. And again, I'll just slightly off towards what will be our middle. All right, let me slide those out of the way. Let's do got our pretty peacock. Yep, that's one of my favorite colors. Pretty in pink is this color. All right, we're gonna do the Misty Moonlight matte. Okay, and then our soft seafoam that we've ran it through the embossing folder, Starstruck embossing folder. And it goes like so. All right, and now we're going to put all of that together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two, I'm going to fold them over and line that up like that. And this square is going to go right in the middle. So I'm going to put glue. And we could do it one at a time, or I'm going to just choose to go ahead and put it all down at the same time. And now you can probably see what I was talking about the white. So you sort of see it, but this piece, our square, is a little bit bigger, so it's going to cover that up. That is the plan anyway. All right, let's see if we've got that pretty much even, lined up on the top and the bottom. And there we have it. So then these tuck in, fold it like that. And it pulls out like that, which is so cool, and it would stand up for display. While we've got it kind of flattened out, I'm going to go ahead and do the little cutout. It probably has a different name, and I'm going to just put, and I added a couple little pieces to it because it's different than this one. And there's 2 in the package, and I already used one of them, so I had to come up with something different. And there's lots of different cutouts, but this is the one that I chose, and I've gone ahead and I glued that on. And I'll show you what I did do though. I took my Misty Moonlight and I took my snips and I cut right just a tiny bit in, right in the center. And then this is how I made the little banner or the flag like that. So that's how I did those ends, and then that was how I did where I did the sentiment. Okay, so, and then we're gonna just put dimensionals on the back of this, and where are the rest of my dimensionals? There they are. And then we should be almost done. We'll just need a little bit of some embellishments to go on here as well, because it's got all the neat gold in here. We're going to use some gold embellishments. So we've got that up on dimensionals. And our The gold that we're going to use is the neutral, they're actually sequins, the neutral adhesive backed sequins. And I'm going to use the gold ones from there that you kind of got a bronze, copper, and let me find my, take your pick tool and we will get those on. All right, I'm going to do one big one. Let's see, I'll put the big one here and I'll put a couple little ones over here. All right, and that is it. Our card is put together. And this is where, on this part is where I would write. And so when it's flattened out now, because I tuck the white in just a little bit, or you could cut a tiny bit off, then you don't see the white there. But then you could also write on the back of it. That's either write on the pretty in pink, or you could put some white panels and write on the back of that. So that is the card, the Flying Seagull card. Here's the one we just made, and let me pull in the original one. So you could use lots of different DSP for this card. Let me get the seagull wings working here. There we go. And like I said, it fits into an envelope, and you will need extra postage, but I usually on mine, I usually use the non-machinable stamp. You pay a little bit extra for that, but it works really well because that way, otherwise in the post office it goes through a machine, it does like that, and so it's very easy to, any of your handmade cards might not make it through, so that will help ensure that they will. And I think that's everything. I hope that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If not, please consider doing that and even pushing the bell to get notifications when a new video comes out. And let's see, the other thing would be if you are interested in my newsletter to find out what's going on in the treehouse, you can, there should be in the description of this video, I will put a special link that will help you subscribe to my weekly newsletter. And if you hit that particular link, it will give you a free PDF. The current free PDF is a box, a neat box that you can put like I think up to 6 cards in. So it's a really neat, it'd be a great gift idea. I think that is everything, guys. I'm so glad you joined me, and my hope for you this week is may your hands create and your heart be blessed. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.